Hello, and welcome to another episode of Unboxing with Paul. I realize I'm a bit late to the party, but today I bring you the iPhone 11. Released in September of 2019, this phone had no idea that the world was about to be turned upside down. Let's take a look at it. Here we have the 2020 version of the iPhone 11. And the first thing you're going to notice is that the box has been put on a diet. It is slimmer now because they are no longer including power bricks or headphones. Their response to this is that they fear there is already an oversaturation of power adapters and headphones, and that they will just wind up in landfills. Okay, that's fair enough. Nobody can fault them or blame them for trying to be environmentally conscious. So are they gonna offer vouchers? Are they gonna offer coupons for people to be able to go pick up their power bricks or their headphones? No, they're not. They are now being sold separately. If you look at the back of the box, it clearly says right there, power adapter and headphones sold separately. That's very upsetting. Very, very upsetting. They should just say we're gonna turn around and so you guys the power adapter and the headphones instead of them trying to hide behind the guys that it's for an environmentally friendly reason. Again, just looking at the box, it's a very nice box. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but there is actually a raised silhouette of the iPhone. And if you even look at the camera, there's even a raised silhouette of the camera as well. Like, you can feel it, which is really, really nice attention to detail if you ask me. Let's go ahead and open it up. Put this aside. And again, this is what I was trying to show you guys earlier. It's really, I guess it's hard to see on this, but there is a raised silhouette of the iPhone. And we can see that this time around, the iPhone is facing away from us as opposed to towards us. And we can see that here in the box, they have a little cutout so that the camera notch fits in there nicely so that the phone doesn't rock around during shipping. Again, just looking at the phone, this is supposed to be a black one. However, if you really look at it, especially in the bright light, it definitely looks like a space gray to me. I really wish they would bring back the look and the color of the iPhone 4, which is just such a deep, deep black. Meanwhile, we're back here already. Let's go ahead and examine. We can see that the Apple logo has been moved towards the middle of the phone as opposed to it being further up here. We do have dual 12 megapixel cameras. We have the wide angle and an ultra wide angle at the bottom. I do believe it is a 1.8 aperture, and they are able to record 60 frames per second at 4K. And also the slow motion camera is able to do up to 240 frames per second at 1080p. While we're back here also, we do have a microphone right there and a True Tone flash. What's nice to see about this is that we see smooth reflective glass along the majority of the phone. However, when it comes to the camera notch, the glass is like this frosted, non-reflective glass that is great for warding off fingerprints. And if you go ahead and you look at the iPhone 11 Pro Max, the situation is reversed. They have a smooth reflective glass along the camera notches, and they have frosted, non-reflective glass in the rest of the phone, which is nice. I'm gonna put this aside for right now. So the phone itself, has really nice weight to it. I believe it's supposed to come in at 194 grams. It feels like a solid phone. I definitely like the fact that they steered away from trying to make phones as thin and as dainty as possible, especially, all throughout 2019. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break in my hand. It feels like I can toss this around. It feels like I can have this, in my back pocket, and nothing's gonna happen to it. It definitely feels robust, and it is confidence inspiring, and I can appreciate that on the phone. Especially, just to give you guys a little bit of context of what I'm talking about. This is my Z3, and it's just compared to this, our screen is a 6.1-inch 1792 by 828 IPS screen that is supposed to have an oleophobic coating that helps ward off fingerprints and smudges. Now, I use a lot of phones, like I was trying to show you the Z3, and this is the one screen, I know this is a brand new one, but I use an iPhone 11 in my day-to-day life. This is the one screen that I don't find myself cleaning that often. As a matter of fact, I don't find myself cleaning it at all unless I spilled something syrupy or sticky on it, like a sugary drink. However, when it comes to the rest of my Android phones, they pick up smudges and fingerprints like nobody's business, and they just wind up looking disgusting. However, when it comes to this, here, let me show you. Here's another one that I use for my day-to-day life. There's hardly any, there's nothing on this. This is pristine. There's like dust that has fallen from, air circulating around, but it's pretty much pristine, like here. Like you can slide up and down, and if your hands are sweaty, you are gonna leave some marks behind, but just nothing compared to what I have experienced in other phones. At the very top, we get our selfie camera along with a speaker and our light sensors. A little bit hard to see on this. And here we go. At the very top, we got absolutely nothing on the phone. On the left side, we get an antenna, followed by the silent switch. It is always nice to have a physical indication of whether your phone is on silent mode or not. Right after that, we have the volume up and volume down keys. And then towards the bottom, we seem to have another antenna. And then if we go towards the bottom of the phone, I'm going to take this off. The bottom of the phone, we have our dual speaker grills. I do believe we should have microphones down here as well, and also the beautiful lightning port. Coming around to the right side of the phone, we also have another antenna down there. We see a little band. We have the micro SIM card tray that I would like to show you guys. This is what kind of gives iPhones their a bit of their water resistance. It's and how the phone is built, and especially here, this has a rubber gasket that is supposed to help keep water out. I'm not sure how well you guys can see that, but yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's a little rubber gasket that helps keep water out, and that's great. That's great attention to detail, and it does its job very, very well. Let's go ahead and fire it up. All right. So meanwhile that's being fired up, I guess I completely forgot about the unboxing part of the video. In the box, we get a little short guide to get yourself familiarized with the phone. Also a SIM ejector tool, legal and safety, and a single Apple sticker. I really, really wish they would have put in 2 Apple stickers, for a $600 phone. I really, really think we deserve 2 Apple stickers, okay? So you can flex on people and let them know that you now belong to the highly exclusive club of Apple. And again, in the beautiful box, no power brick, no headphones. Instead, you get a Lightning to Type-C cable, which you will not be able to use because the majority of people don't have a wall adapter with a Type-C input. So most people are gonna have to go out of their way and go buy a different charger just for this. Thanks, Apple. Now that we're done ripping on them on the box, at least, let's go ahead and put that aside. So let's go ahead and just continue with the setup of this. Yeah, let's go ahead and set up Face ID now. What the heck? Okay, right there. Okay, get acquainted with my face. Okay, first scan is complete. Let's go to the second one. Move your head slowly around the circle. All right, second scan has been completed. Okay. We're gonna skip that for, well, I guess it won't let me skip it. Let's go ahead and choose our highly secure password. So I was trying to talk about the specs of this phone. You can't really, I feel like you can't really judge Apple specs the same way that you could on an Android, because they're not built the same way. For example, we do get 6 cores. 4 of those are efficiency cores, and 2 of those are performance cores. Apple likes to call them lightning cores for the performance ones, and thunder for the efficiency ones. We'll set up Siri later, because otherwise she's gonna go off right now. And I'm a fan of True Tone. I used to think that it wasn't good, but it's definitely good. So what True Tone does is that it reads your ambient light and it presents colors to you in a way that match or complement the ambient light of the room you are in. And I always like the dark theme, so let's go ahead and go with that. Standard view. And welcome to our iPhone. Obviously there's no SIM card installed in this one for right now, but here it is. This one does come loaded with iOS 14, which is nice. I didn't think that I was gonna like the app library, but I actually, surprisingly, I do. They're nicely laid out, and sometimes it makes it easier to get to your apps depending on where you're at in the phone, especially if you're like all the way over here. Hey, let me get to GarageBand or iMovie or whatever, you know. Again, I'm just a huge fan of the phone. I've been using it for about 6-7 months now, and it's my daily user. It's my go-to phone. I use it for anywhere from looking stuff up to GPSing things, checking my email, paying bills. And it's just a great all-around phone, you know. The one thing I will mention is that the battery, it doesn't quite last me all day long, but again, I'm a very, very heavy user. I use this phone literally all day long. I have the screen almost on at all times. So I can't expect any one device to literally last all day. I do use it in power saving mode, and I haven't noticed any adverse changes to the performance of the phone. And that does help to significantly increase the battery life. Again, I was trying to talk about the performance and the specs on this phone. So you can't really think of this in the same way as you do on traditional Android phones. For example, we have 4 gigabytes on the RAM here. Seems, adequate if you're not familiar with phones. It's that good, it's that bad. However, if you go ahead and turn around and look at the Galaxy S10, which was released around the same time last year, the Galaxy S10 has 8 gigabytes on the RAM. It has twice the RAM that an iPhone 11 does. Now here, bear with me. It has 6 cores in the processor. 2 of those cores are performance cores, which Apple calls Lightning. And then 4 of those are efficiency cores, which Apple calls Thunder. Now, the 2 Lightning cores that are supposed to do all the heavy work are clocked in at 2.65 gigahertz. And the efficiency ones, or the Thunder cores, that are supposed to, handle more light work, are rated at 1.8 gigahertz. If we add all those up and we average them out, we get just over 2 gigahertz across 6 cores. Okay, bear this in mind. The Galaxy S10 not only has 8 cores, so 2 more in total, but their cores, if you average them all out, give you just about 2 gigahertz as well. So again, the Galaxy S10 has 2 more cores than the iPhone 11, yet the iPhone 11 performs so much better than the Galaxy S10. And this is not just me saying this. If we go ahead and we look up Geekbench scores, we can see that the iPhone 11 multi-core score is 1323, as opposed to the Galaxy S10s, which is only 692. Nearly half the performance of an iPhone. And it has double the RAM, and it has 2 more cores. This is also another reason why it just Apple doesn't need that much. Apple doesn't need much to do a lot with their phones. They can do a lot more with a lot less. All their software is optimized to make the best use of their phones, to make the best use of their processors, and make the best use of their RAM and whatever resources are available. You ever notice that the Snapchat camera will always look 1,000 times better on an iPhone than it will on an Android? No matter if it's the latest or the newest Android, it just always looks a lot better on an iPhone. I don't feel that we're there yet to where Androids perform just as well. You know, they just don't. From what I've seen, I haven't seen Androids have the time and the care put into them that I see get put into Apple devices. You know, I've tried to use several Android devices over the years, you know, and nothing ever comes close to, you know, my iPhone. And I've gone back to the iPhone, you know, before this, the last iPhone I used was the iPhone 7, you know, and even back then I loved my iPhone and I thought it was great and I thought it did a lot better than most of the other, if not every other Android out there. Just to give you like an idea of how capable this device is, you know, it's not just free to have and flex, you know, like you have GarageBand on your phone for a reason. You have iMovie on your phone for a reason. These are very, very capable devices that are able to do so much more if you just make them do it. Now, I realize it's not the ideal workstation. I'm not telling everybody, you know, go make your iPhone your production studio or anything like that, but you are able to do it because the software is just so optimized for the hardware, and the hardware just really does a good job. To give you guys, again, a little bit more of an idea, all of the shooting, all of the recording that I have ever done on my channel so far until this day of filming has been done in an iPhone 11. Other than that, I use a ring light and a holder to steady the camera so that it's not shaking or anything like that. But again, all the shooting, all the editing is done right here on my iPhone from iMovie. And whenever I'm done with it and I'm trying to export a video, to give you guys an idea of how quick it is, if I'm exporting about a 30-minute video with anywhere from 10 to 20 transitions and a soundtrack or two, it takes anywhere from 15 to 22 minutes. So I realize 20 minutes for a 30-minute video is not great. However, if you're at all familiar with video editing, that's pretty good because that's 4K video at 24 frames per second, you know, and that's something that a lot of modern desktops will struggle with. Yet this phone is able to do it. Okay. The camera is great. Like I said, all the shooting that you guys see is done from an iPhone 11. And it's great that, for example, right here we get the 1x zoom, and then we can click that to give us more of a zoomed out look. There we have the wide angle. You know, that's a normal camera. And here's the wide angle, you know. Along with that, I believe, yeah, you do get variable zoom. So you're able to zoom in all the way in, you know. And I also like the fact that when you shoot in portrait mode, it really captures a lot of detail to where it's gonna allow you to even edit the picture after you take it. You're gonna be able to add or remove things after the fact that you've taken the picture. So for example, on this, you can go to edit. Okay, maybe that one might not be the best, may not have been the best example of it. But okay, yeah, here we go. So you can adjust the exposure even after you took the shot, which this is great. You know, I'm no photographer, but being able to adjust things after you take the picture seems pretty great. Imagine if you could adjust the ingredients on a cake after or before, you know, after you've baked it. You know, that's usually once you take the picture, that's it. You know, you can't do anything to it. But yet here we are. We're able to adjust shadows, What was it? Highlights, brilliance, exposure, contrast, brightness, black point. I'm not even sure what that is. Um, Saturation, vibrance, warmth, tint, sharpness, definition, noise reduction, and vignette. I have no idea what half of those things are. Actually, I have no idea what most of those things are. But the fact is, you can edit those in post. You can edit those after the fact that you've taken the picture, and that's just amazing to me. You know, because I'm an idiot at taking pictures. You know, like I'm an idiot at shooting videos, so I like the fact that you can adjust things afterwards. You know, of course, we get the obligatory panoramic mode. I'm also not great at that either. On top of the portrait mode, we get your normal video and the slow-mo, which I love. I'm gonna try to get some good examples of it. I'm sure there's tons of examples already out there, but I'm gonna try to get some specifically for you guys so you guys can really get to appreciate it. Along with time lapse. Yeah, you get a whole bunch of functions here. And to give you guys a few more details on the specs, we do get dual band Wi-Fi A6 along with Bluetooth 5.0. We get NFC so that we can have Apple Pay, and we get a 3110 milliamp hour battery. Not the biggest, but again, the processors are optimized for it, so it should do great. I really enjoy all this information that is there at a glance. This allows you to see your iPhone battery level. I mean, I know you can see it up here, but it's just nice to have it here as well. You can also see your Apple Watch battery level. Mine's a little low, looks like it needs to be charged. And also your AirPods battery level. I know it went away, but you can also see your AirPods case battery level as well. Which I believe you should pop it in and it should come, well, it should come right back. And you should be able to see the battery level for your AirPods case, which is great. Just to show you guys, this is what an iPhone 11 looks like after about 6 months of use. It's actually held up pretty well. I know there are some scratches, there are some bumps to it, but you know, bear in mind that I am a heavy smartphone user. You know, some of these are actually can be removed, but no, there is scratching on the corner, particularly right there. You can see that. And you can see down here that my speaker / microphone grills are getting dirty and clogged up with lint and whatever else might be in there. Let's look around the other side. It looks like it's held up fairly well for the most part. Not too many bumps. And in the back is for the most part pristine, besides some smudges on it that I've just gotten on there right now. But my Apple logo hasn't gotten scratched yet. The only scratching I do see is, in fact, in the actual frosted glass, where I did take a key to it accidentally. So it just happened. Okay, I was holding a pair of keys while holding my iPhone in the same hand. It shouldn't have happened. But yeah, I didn't physically take keys and damage my iPhone. But anyway, it's not bad. And I didn't keep it. It did come in the case. It was stored in the case. However, it's not the best case, and I did take it out of its case very often. Oh well, the screen. Here's the screen again, just a little dirty, but because I just can't help but keep fingerprints on it. But for the most part, this is what I'm talking about. This is my like day-to-day, everyday use phone, and it hardly ever gets dirty. It's been forever since I cleaned it, but yeah, they hold up. And here is just a brief example of how the slow motion camera works. So just to give you guys an idea of how well this phone performs in terms of gaming, we're going to launch Elder Scrolls Blades. This is a fairly old game by now. A lot of people have played it for a very long time. However, I feel that it just runs very well in this particular phone, or actually in any phone for that matter. I believe as long as you have iOS 11.0 and afterwards, you should be able to play this game. And of course, I forgot that while you're in screen recording mode, you cannot record sound. Okay. Well, let's go to town. But you can just see this is a beautiful looking game. I'm gonna try to get some with audio for you guys, but you know, this is just such a beautiful looking game, especially you know, given its age. I feel like they've kept it up pretty well, and I feel like these are console level graphics on a mobile platform. You know, might sound a bit ruined, but that's okay. Let's just go ahead and go into some battle. Let's go to the abyss where we won't get our butts kicked too terribly. So let's go. We're coming down. You just see the detail of it is really, really nice. You know, like the combat is not the best, but I don't really feel that anybody plays this for the combat style. It's more, it allows you to relive playing the Elder Scrolls games, and it has really nice visuals. You know, I'm gonna try to grab some screen grabs for you guys, so you can, you know, truly appreciate the level of detail that this game has to it. And then afterwards, I'm gonna try to grab some audio as well. Just come on, look at that. You know, for you guys, you know, for those of you that are familiar with the Elder Scrolls games, it's nothing new to you guys, but you know, for those of you that aren't, I feel like there's pretty good detail to a game. You know, look at all that. And again, no noticeable lagging or anything like that. Okay, well, I totally missed that. Okay, well, that's terrible. And I am doing terribly. It has been a very long time. Okay. Just listen to that. The footsteps have echoes. You can hear the crackling of the fire, and I mean, to me, that's just really, really good addition to detail, and I'm a sucker for that. Yep, I'm doing terribly, but I love this game. Oh, I'm about to die. Okay, let's go. Come on. Let's face death without it. Oh, surprised we haven't died yet. Okay, but that's it. That's pretty much the end of it. Pretty nice thing. So I have never really played this game on iOS before. Let's see how well it runs. You see that? Okay. Let's fast forward through that. Come on. So this is the ad-supported version of it, obviously. That's really loud. I mean, that's good volume, I guess. Okay. Okay, well, I'm doing terrible at this, but okay. I don't know if maybe it's just how terrible I am, but for some reason, I remember this being a lot faster. I forgot to get the ring, Jesus. Says he hasn't played Sonic for iOS. Yeah, it shows, buddy. It definitely shows. Um, at least there were no ads in the actual during the actual gameplay, which I can appreciate. That would do. Okay. Okay. Oh no. Okay, so we gotta go back, build up momentum. No, how do we do it? Come on, come on. I remember. Hold on. Go down. Like that? Something like that. Okay. Oh, well, I messed that one up. Yeah, I'm really bad at this game. It may be just the touchscreen controls, but I might be. Oh no, I might just making excuses, but I'm doing terribly at this game. Thank God there was a checkpoint there. But yep, get one of the latest iOS devices to play Sonic the Hedgehog game. Oh yeah. Alright, well that one's well too. That's great. That's great. Now let's go find out how this fires up Free Fire. Now, I know it's gonna run it well. I know it is. Just it's an iOS device. And again, we're gonna try to do this without any editing. So you guys can appreciate that quick load time. I'm gonna turn on the volume because it's gonna blast our ears. Or a gust. There's no sort of lag with confetti, which is usually what you see on other phones. Right off the bat. There we go. Okay. Okay. A little higher, right there. Yep, okay. So, it's doing very well. I mean, so that kind of shows for itself. Watching me get killers when they come in. Now let's look at that load time. That was instant. What load time? Jesus. Oh, I don't think I can say that. Never mind. Hold on. Jeez. Hopefully we don't get ourselves embarrassingly killed like we usually do in these sort of things. Probably pick a warehouse to land in right there. That one looks nice. That was a terrible landing, but okay. Can't dwell on the negative. Okay. Okay, we're kind of in business. At least we're not completely defenseless. That was really good. There's another guy all the way over there. That was a girl. Okay. Makes no difference. Do they have anything? No, they just don't have anything. There was somebody over here shooting up a storm. Oh, where are they? Right there. Toast. Like this morning's bread. That's the only drawback to this game. Sometimes the maps tend to be so big that especially during the start of the game, they tend to be so big that you won't run into anybody for a little bit, and it'll get just a little bit boring. But then when you finally do run into someone, it lightens up. About time. That was terrible. Well, somebody forgot to grab some ammo. Let's go after this guy first. Okay, we got him. Let's see what else we can get. Gotcha, buddy. I'll switch this one after that. That one has bullets. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Sucker. Ooh, there we go. Okay, we got him. There was a bunch of people over here as well, wasn't there? Okay, let's just come back up here. Okay, I see you. Okay, we got him. I'm going for him. Got her. I think it was a girl. Let's go. Oh, look at that. I should have hopped on a vehicle. That would probably sped things up a bit. And the gods have answered my call. You thought, buddy. Are you two? Who's trying to shoot me over here? Okay, we got them. There's someone else around here, though. Where are you, buddy? Oh my god, that's terrible. That was so bad. Oh, that was super bad. That was so bad. Let's heal up a bit. We're gonna get him too, don't worry. He's not gonna get away. He's running towards the zone too, so. Towards the edge of the zone. Okay, yes. Okay, well, they're toast now. So are they. What else is left? Oh my god, why won't they die? Jesus Christ. Stop running. Jesus. They never die with dignity. Let's go on the line. People love that. People love to shoot at you while you're on the line. They're like, oh, look at this idiot on the line. About to get shot. Well, look, see what I tell you. Nice try, buddy. You're supposed to be still 15 people out there. I bet you most of those people are like, oh. They're livened up. Man, I haven't. Jesus. Finally, that was awful. You too, where you at? Nice try. Nice try. You're toast. I think that was it. All right. Let's look at our stats. 27 kills, all right. Let's find out how one of the hottest games around right now plays on this. We're gonna play as a Gust, just to get, the whole Gust experience. Okay, let's randomize one. Really? Oh my god. This is terrible. What? Finally. That got awful. It took really long. Just to get a username. Yeah. Okay. I expect we're going to do very poorly. That was easier. Yeah, well, I'm doing very poorly at this game. I don't get this. I feel like an old person using this. I don't know how to play video games. Yeah, simple, because I'm very, very bad at this. Okay, so I guess that's how you pick up. Yeah, I'm god awful at this. I guess you don't have to hit him in the head. Oh. Wow. That is violent. Well, that was very violent, but I mean, that ran well. That seemed like a very, very high level of detail. It's a nice game. But back when I played this game, I really liked it. I thought it had pretty good graphics for what it was. I feel that you could really, really get into it, you know? We are. You know, like I love old school games like this, but man, you could really sink a solid 20, 30 hours into a game like this. And I don't know, I really love games like this. If you're old school, there's a bit of a nostalgia feel to them. Yeah. And we gotta walk all that. Jesus. Bad we can't learn that. But look at that, like, come on.
Nature itself is against me in this place.
Okay, cool. Oh, we may have shoot off a bit more than we can handle. Bitten off a bit more than we can chew. Jesus. Yeah, that was really bad. We need to go home. Yeah, we need to go. But anyway, this game's great. I like it. Oh no. Oh, cat. Okay, we should probably go. But yeah, I love this game.